Blue Beetle. Sweeping down upon the underworld to smash gangland comes the mysterious, all-powerful character who is a problem to the police, but a crusader for law. In reality, Dan Garrett, a rookie patrolman, loved by everyone, but suspected by none of being the Blue Beetle. As the Blue Beetle, he hides behind a strange mask and a suit of impenetrable blue chain armor, flexible as silk, but stronger than steel.
Today's episode of the Fox feature, The Blue Beetle, is entitled Smashing the Restaurant Racket. There has sprung up in York City an organization called the Cosmopolitan Restaurant Owners Association. Its ostensible purpose is to protect restaurant owners and cafeteria owners from outlaw sit-down strikes. Its real purpose is to extract money from restaurant owners to line the pockets of a few politicians, racketeers, and dishonest union leaders. As our story opens, Patrolman Dan Garrett, who is really the famous Blue Beetle, is discussing the racket with his friend and confidant, Dr. Franz, the chemist, in his laboratory back of the little apothecary shop.
You know, Doc, no racket could ever become strongly organized if businessmen weren't so easily intimidated by thugs and strong-arm men. You're right, Danny. But then the Blue Beetle would be out of a job. There'll always be crime and criminals for the Blue Beetle to track down. Yes, unfortunately. Where are you going now, Danny? Down to headquarters to meet Manigan. He and I are doing a little pavement pounding today. That doesn't mean a demotion, does it? No. Mike complained to the chief that he was getting fat from riding around in the patrol car so much. So the chief told Mike to try a little footwork for a while. I said I'd take a trip with him. Well, I'll bet you two will be into some new case before long. No doubt. Well, so long, Doc. I'll see you later.
Well, I see Stacy's cafeteria is still being picketed.
Yes. They use non-union help?
Not that I know of. His head counterman belongs to Local 65. He's a friend of mine.
I'm going to question that picket. Hey, buddy. Doesn't Stacy hire union employees?
Yeah, but Local 56 don't recognize their local. Well, what's the matter with their local? Nothing, I guess, but our president says we got to get our men in Stacy's or else.
Aren't both locals recognized by the AFL or the CIO?
I don't know. All I know is I get $3 a day to walk up and down in front of Stacy's with the sign say, "Don't patronize Stacy's cafeteria."
Is Stacy a member of the Cosmopolitan Restaurant Owners Association?
Huh?
You heard me.
Listen, officer, I ain't supposed to know nothing about that. I got a family to support, and I need my job.
You're an accessory to a crime. You know that, don't you?
Well, what do you mean? It means this Cosmopolitan Association is a crooked racket, and you're aiding them. Listen, officer, there's a lot of us ain't in favor of some of the things that's done, but we ain't arguing with our bread and butter.
All right, give it to him, boys.
Hey, you guys, what do you think you're doing?
Cover, I'll let you have it. There's two. Come on, Mike. Let's round them up. There goes another one.
Here and here, sucking the nose for the leader.
I got him. Yeah? Well, how do you like this? Oh! Drop that gun or I'll break your arm.
Hold him, Danny. You almost got me. I'll take care of the others. I missed him, McConnor. Well, we got their leader anyhow, Danny.
Yes, I've got him handcuffed.
You think you're smart, you coppers? Well, take me in and see how quick I can get out.
Take him in, Manigan. I'm going to talk to Stacy.
Okay, Danny. I'll see you at headquarters. Come on, Mugger. I'll fingerprint you with me 4 knuckles.
Well, officer, you arrived rather late. The damage has been done.
Yes, Mr. Stacy, the damage has been done. It was done when the first restaurant owner signed up as a member of the CROA.
I don't know what you mean.
You're not a member of the Cosmopolitan Restaurant Owners Association, are you?
No, and I won't join. He can't make me. Who's he?
Who, what?
Oh, never mind. I'm not talking.
Well, I admire your courage in refusing to join that crooked association. But you should carry your courage further. Tell the DA what you know.
Yes, and have my home bombed. Maybe my wife and children killed.
But the law will protect you.
Yeah, it protected me today, didn't it? Look there, look. Look at my restaurant.
Few windows broken, some customers upset, yes. We captured the leader of the thugs. He's on his way down to headquarters now.
And he'll be out on bail as quick as he gets there. You mark my words.
That may be true, but we're going to smash this racket eventually. So why don't you and some of the other restaurant owners tell who's behind this racket?
Not me, brother. Why don't you try to get into one of the workers' union meetings? Not all of the rank and file are loyal to their crooked leaders. You might learn a lot about how the racket works.
Say, that's a great idea. I'll do it. Thanks for the suggestion.
Don't thank me. You get some of the higher-ups, the politicians on the run. Then we'll talk, but not before. This may be a free country, but too many of the wrong kind of people are free.
Look, Garrett, I'm taking a big chance letting you use my brother's union card to get in here tonight. Lucky he just joined. Nobody knows him.
I understand.
Now, don't say nothing. Just sit still and listen or you'll get in Dutch.
All right.
All right. The meeting will come to order. The treasurer will read his report.
Hey, there's a spy down here. He's a copper. He sends me to...
Hey, you better beat it quick.
Not me.
Come on, hey, you'll get me in trouble. Come on, this way. Make it stop him before it's too late.
There he goes.
Come on, let's clean up the crooks of this union.
Well, Danny, you had a narrow escape from personal injury this evening.
Yes, I couldn't very well have fought that whole hall full of men, although some of them might have helped me.
Yes, but if they'd found a false union card on you, it would have gone hard with the brother of that picket whose card you used.
Yes, it would.
Where are you off to now in your Blue Beetle armor and mask?
I'm paying a midnight visit to the headquarters of the Cosmopolitan Restaurant Owners Association.
What do you expect to find?
The Blue Beetle may be able to do what the DA can't do. Pick up enough evidence to smash the restaurant racket.
Now, look, Stacy. Why don't you get wise and join our association? It'll only cost you $1,000 every 6 months, and all your troubles will be over. No more strikes, no more picketing, no wrecking crews calling on you. You'll get protection. We'll see to it. Am I right, boys?
Yeah, sure, that's right.
Well, what do you say, Stacy?
I say no. Both Locals 56 and 65 are supposed to be fighting for jurisdiction in the restaurant business. Yet you're united in running the Cosmopolitan Protective Association. It's a racket pure and simple.
All right, Stacy, if that's your answer. But your family's going to be awful sorry you refused to safeguard their welfare. Okay, Lasker, open the door and let Mr. Stacy walk out into a lot of trouble.
That's right, the Blue Beetle. What brings you here, Blue Beetle?
I thought you only chased crooks and criminals. This is a meeting of respectable businessmen.
I see one respectable businessman who can't be bluffed or frightened, but the rest of you are crooks.
Oh, yeah? Well, Mr. Blue Beetle, you or the DA can't prove that, so you'd better bow out.
Yes? Yes, Chief. Okay, right away, Chief. Okay. That's a big boss fight.
Yeah?
He wants to see in his private office right away.
Okay, Lasker. Sorry, Mr. Blue Beetle, but you'll have to excuse me. Private business.
Stay where you are, all of you, or I'll blast you with my magic ray.
All right, Blue Beetle.
Now what? I've always wanted to meet the big boss, as you call him, and now's my chance.
Okay, Mr. Wise Guy. Right in that room there. But watch your step. The big boss don't see people except by appointment. You'll be awful sore.
Blue Beetle never makes appointments in advance.
Look out, Blue Beetle! It's the pass!
Yeah,
you others there. Help Lasker move the desk. Put some chairs on top of it. You'd better beat it, Stacy. You better not be a witness to what's going to happen.
Yeah, out this way, Stacy. And keep your mouth shut or you'll get some of the same. Okay, Spike, he's gone. What's next?
Bring some of those newspapers and pile them under the desk here and set fire to them.
Hey, but this whole building will burn. It'll go up in flames like a haystack.
Sure, and the Blue Beetle with it.
Okay. There you are, Spike.
And here she goes. That's got it. Now, Mr. Blue Beetle, slide out of that one. You'll find the weather rather warm for July in that cloakroom. Come on, boys. Let's get going. We'll have to go out through the secret passage. The cops might blame us for this fire.
What will happen to the Blue Beetle? Will he be able to force his way out of his fiery prison before it is too late? Or will he perish in the flames before he can smash the restaurant racket? These questions will be answered in the next episode of the Blue Beetle. Copyrighted Fox feature appearing in Mystery Men Comics magazine and the Blue Beetle magazine. The Blue Beetle is on the air twice a week on this same station. Consult the broadcast schedule in your local newspaper. And don't forget to listen in to the Blue Beetle. Down upon the underworld of smash gangland comes the mysterious, all-powerful character who is a problem to the police, but a crusader for law. In reality, Dan Garrett, a rookie patrolman, loved by everyone, but suspected by none of being the Blue Beetle. As the Blue Beetle, he hides behind a strange mask and a suit of impenetrable blue chain armor, flexible as silk, but stronger than steel. Today's episode of the Fox feature, The Blue Beetle, is the second half of a story entitled Smashing the Restaurant Racket. In the previous episode, patrolman Dan Garrett learns that the Cosmopolitan Restaurant Owners Association, which has been formed ostensibly by restaurant owners to protect themselves against outlaw strikes, is in reality an organization formed by a group of crooks to extract money from the restaurant owners. In search of evidence and the individual who is the power behind the racket, Dan Garrett, as the Blue Beetle, visits the Cosmopolitan headquarters and encounters two supposedly rival union heads who are working together. By means of a trick, the Blue Beetle is imprisoned in a clothes closet, and as the episode ended, the racketeers were fleeing after setting fire to the building.
carried her to the roof of an adjoining building. She is just regaining consciousness.
Oh. Where am I?
You're safe. You're on the roof of the building next to the one where I found you. The fireman will be here any minute.
The Blue Beetle.
Yes, you're Joan Mason. What were you doing in that building?
Trying to get some information from my newspaper about the restaurant racket.
Who locked you in that room?
Clyde Gibbons discovered me looking over some of the association's private papers and locked me in. Said he'd deal with me later.
You find out who was in back of this racket?
Yes, Randall S. Danforth.
Civic leader and road construction contractor?
Yes? He's in with some powerful politicians. They're planning to use the money they collect from the restaurant owners to buy votes in the coming election and to oust the present administration.
Are you sure?
Possibly. I have some of the incriminating letters here in my bag.
That's great.
Hey, there's someone in the roof there.
Hello. Are you all right?
That's Officer Manigan, one of the firemen.
You saved my life again, Blue Beetle. Can you be a habit? How can I ever repay you?
Keep those papers hidden until I give you the word. That will help me smash this restaurant racket.
Hey there, are you all right?
Really? That looks like the Blue Beetle.
It is the Blue Beetle.
Hello, Manigan. Sorry I can't stay to help you. Take care of this girl here. She's worth a lot of money to the citizens of this city. Well, Danny, the Blue Beetle had a close shave last night. Yes? But it was worth it. It was lucky for Joan Mason that you were in the building. And unlucky for a certain Mr. Danforth. What are you going to do? According to the newspapers, Mr. Danforth is entertaining the mayor at lunch today, after which they'll discuss certain projects for civic betterment. The Blue Beetle is going to drop a bombshell in front of Mr. Danforth at that conference.
Take care
you're accused